Hey everybody, it's Punchlines!
Welcome back to Punchlines, the official podcast of Adams. I am your host, Shane McMurdo. I'm joined with one of our new ambassadors over here at Adams. Groundbreaking day for her, for the company, for the sport of boxing, because it's this year, 2022, has been one of the biggest years on the women's side of the sport. I don't like to say women's boxing because it's boxing. It's just their side of it. You know, women's boxing makes it seem like it's a separate sport. It's the same exact sport. They're boxers and they're very talented. And we've seen main events between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano and what was a great fight in New York City. And we've seen Clarissa Shields time and time again prove how dominant she can be on that side. And we're joined today by last year's Junior Olympic USA national champion in the bantamweight division at just 11 years old. She's 12 now, but as her age has progressed, so has her career, because she is now one of our newest ambassadors, and she's joined out of Brawley, California by her father and trainer, Jesus, and she is Yaretzy Ferrat. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining me.
Yes, thank you. Doing very good. Very good.
And how long have you been boxing now?
I've been boxing to 3 to 4 years.
3 to 4 years. So you were about 8 years old when you started?
Yeah, around there.
And Jesus, was this your idea, or did she come to you and say this is what she wanted to do?
It was kind of weird because I had my son in boxing. He made about, I want to say, like 15, 16 fights, and then she started going to the gym with me, but she was doing karate. Actually, she was almost a black belt in karate, but she started trying to do boxing just to practice, and she ended up staying, and she quit karate, cheerleading for boxing.
So did you enjoy doing karate, just not as much as boxing?
Yeah, I started off with karate, and then I just joined for a little bit, and I enjoyed boxing way more.
But do you think starting off in karate, do you think it helped you a little bit in transitioning over to boxing with like distance control or your feet or anything like that?
Just a little bit. I feel like it helped me a lot with my movement, kind of.
Your movement?
Yes.
So at just a young age, and now having more fighters to look at that you can, kind of inspire to be like, is there any woman boxer right now that you look at the most, that you want to be like the most?
Well, I have plenty, but my top like 3, I could say, is Inés Estrada, Katie Taylor, Clarissa Shields, and probably many more, but those are my top 3.
I mean, that's a good top 3. I think together they don't have a single loss, and they're all very, very good at what they do. So,
yeah.
Jesus, were you at all concerned about it when she wanted you to get into this?
At the beginning, it was a little concerning because I mean, it's like on my family side, I got everybody on my family, they're not a boxer, they're trainers. So I mean, I'm used to it already, but never had on my family side had a girl doing boxing, so it was totally different. So I was kind of weird at the beginning, but I guess I got more used to it because she had it on her genes. I mean, she was a naturally boxer.
I mean, I think her gold medal or trophy from last year speaks to that, and the fact that you're an ambassador for a major boxing shoe company, boxing boot company in the sport. When both of you guys decided to do this together, like, did you ever think you would get to where you're at right now, like this early?
I don't, probably not by that time, because I just started it to just train, and then that one time that I sparred, I just got into it. So I don't think I would have been this far.
And I'm sure at just such a young age, you got to feel pretty proud to be here, because this could come back like a few years from now. Like they could be talking about you on a DAZN or on Showtime, talking about how you've been partnered or sponsored by a company ever since you were just 12 years old. It's pretty groundbreaking. I don't know if that's a remarkable accomplishment has set in like that for you yet, but it's an amazing goal to accomplish. But what other goals have you set in place for yourself now?
Mm,
Well, I think one of the biggest accomplishments that she got. I mean, I'm even surprised of it because she had got a invitation from Cines Estrada to train for a day at the gym, getting to know her. She got to spar a little bit with her to move her around. Kenny Enriquez, a world champion too. She has the support right now. I mean, Andy Reid step up and do did a sponsorship, and he's been sending him shirts, trying to sponsorship her. I mean, I'm thinking. I mean, it's something that I never thought about it. I mean, being her like only 12 years old and accomplish all this. I mean, we're thankful.
And how do you balance it all too? Because you're still in school, and is it hard for you to focus on both, or is it a challenge that you like?
yes, it is a big challenge because now I'm waking up in the morning to run, and it's wake up, take shower, and go to school, then come back, eat, and then train. So it's a pretty big challenge, but I like that challenge.
You like it a lot?
Yes.
So do you have any tournaments or fights coming up in the near future?
Nationals is next month on the 18th.
I think it starts on the December the 2nd.
Second, so soon.
And then where's that going to be at?
Same place.
Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock.
Texas.
Yeah. And then do you do a lot of research into like who your possible opponents are going to be and try to, figure out what their game plan is, or do you just focus on yourself?
I just focus on myself, and I go to just give it my best, and we'll see it's whatever happens.
And if you had to compare yourself like stylistically, like if somebody say, hey, if I were to watch you, who do you look like when you fight? Who would you say?
I'm not sure.
I mean, there's a few. I mean, she has a style like a pressure fighter, like you want to say like Katie Taylor. I don't know if you know. I knew her style. It reminds me of a Mexican boxer. She was a world champion, Ana Maria Torres.
Okay.
From Mexico.
Yeah.
But she's a pressure fighter. She's technical.
So are you her main trainer in the corner for her fights?
Yeah, well, most of the time, I mean, I'm the one that I'm right there in the corner. But we got a good team. We got on their team. We got three other trainers. We got Jorge Garcia, and we got Ernesto Espinosa, and myself. So,
and, what gym do you guys train out of? Do you guys have your own gym there in Brawley, or?
No, you know what? There's a gym right here in Brawley, but we're training in El Centro. That's like 30 minutes away.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's Sparta Boxing.
It's Sparta Boxing in El Centro.
Yeah.
So when you're in her corner, is it hard for you to like? Do you forget sometimes to be a dad or be her trainer, or is it a seamless task for you? Kind of. She's laughing at it.
Nah, not really. Well, she knows that as soon as she gets on the ring, I'm not her dad. I mean, I'm her trainer. Other than that, I mean, I'm gonna talk to her like any other boxer. She's not my daughter right there. I mean, she needs to. But the thing is, with her, it's pretty easy because she's like other kids that get like panic on the corner. They don't talk or they're frustrated. As soon as she sits down from the following round, she asks, "How am I doing? Why do I need to correct?" So she's she's an easy fighter to manage in the corner.
So was that something that really stood out to you early on? Was there things you were looking for to see? Like, because I'm sure her safety is like your paramount concern, not just about how good she can be, but were there certain things you were looking for out of her to see if this was something you could actually do seriously together? And it seems like that was something that kind of surprised you in a positive way.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I tell you, it kind of surprised me because I never thought thought about my son and everything, because I mean, like I told you, it's on my family, but on her, I never thought about it. So I had to adapt to those circumstances, like on a ring, being a girl. So everything's different. Even when I take her to spar and everything, I mean it's totally different.
But it seems like that you guys have seemed to find a formula of success somehow early. And when you transitioned from the other combat sport, karate, and you said that you just liked boxing more, what about the sport drew you in? What made you say this is what I want to do?
Um, honestly, I just felt like it was my sport, and then all the sports that like I didn't just enjoy it as much, and then I saw my family, my brother doing it, and I just enjoyed it more than any other sport.
To you got there's a lot of things to be proud of, to represent too, because you're not just a future woman competitor in the sport, but you also have your your Hispanic heritage, and then your family name as well, who you come from, a family of fighters. So just being able to do this and being able to be successful at it and continue to grow on that success, is that something that you're really proud of?
Yes, I'm very proud, like all the accomplishments I've done, because it's also representing my name, and it's kind of pushing up my last name as in boxing. Yeah.
And if like to be able to see your daughter do this at such a young age, in what is a relatively short amount of time. I mean, 3 years in boxing, it sounds like a lot. In a lot of ways it is, but it's also not that a lot. So to see her have the accomplishments that she's had already, is this one of the proudest moments you could have had already?
Yes, it is. I mean, and like I tell, like I told you, I mean, I'm really proud of her because in my family we got a bunch of boxers, bunch of trainers, but no one has reached the Junior Olympics, being a gold medalist. I got a uncle that was a two-time national champion. He got to fight Manos de Piedra Duran. So he fought a few fighters, but none of my family has been Junior Olympic. So I mean, it's pretty proud of it.
And are you very grateful and consider yourself lucky to have the support network that you have, and to be as, because a lot of girls, when they come to the sport, they feel like their families don't support them of it as much because they are a girl, but to have the amount of support you have, and is that something that you're very grateful of?
Yes, I'm very grateful that I'm accomplishing in all the girls female sports, because it's it makes me very proud of myself, basically.
Right. And does it give you confidence to do other things in life too? Like, if you can accomplish this, like there's things you can do everywhere else.
An accomplishment I want to make when I get older, or any accomplishment, is to get more amateur boxers. I mean, to get like support from bigger people, like any bigger boxer, and like the way that I'm getting helped, it's basically pushing myself more to keep on going, and I want other amateur boxers to also feel the same.
I feel like that side of the sport, for sure, the amateur ranks needs to get more attention, especially now with, they just got rid of boxing as an Olympic sport, and in other countries, amateur boxing is promoted pretty hard. It's funded well, at least, and in America it isn't. So I think now that we do live in the social media age, and then like we've said multiple times throughout this episode, you're now an ambassador for a very prominent company within the sport. So I think it would be good to highlight the amateurs, because you guys are the future. Eventually you're going to be the Sinyasa of the sport, or the Katie. So I think it is smart, and it's good that you recognize that it needs that, and it's also cool that you proudly grab that flag and want to do it and think that you can. So this question is for the both of you guys, because what grade are you in right now?
Right now I'm in 7th grade.
7th grade. So you're 2 years from being a freshman in high school. By the time you're in high school, do you guys have goals of kind of where you want to be at, or how development wise, how many fights you would like to get underneath your belt and everything like that?
Mm.
Well, the thing is in boxing, I mean, there's no limit. I mean, we're gonna try to get as much as fights as we can right now. It's a little bit hard. It's like right now, that's what I told her. I mean, you gotta push it harder because not all the kids have the luck that she has. I don't know if it's luck or whatever it is. Because I mean, like I told you, I mean, you have world champions reaching up to her to give him support or I mean sponsorships and then all this. Adams Boxing helping out too. I mean, it's she needs to push it more. I mean, but we're trying to we'll reach the main goal. It's getting maybe a junior Olympic. I mean Olympics on a future. I mean, it's representing the U.S.
Yeah.
and then reaching the main goal. I mean, being a world champion.
Now, have you decided yet, or have you expressed yet that being a boxer is what you want to do in your future for sure? Or is there other things that you would want to do?
I think my main focus is just boxing. I think if I push myself and I believe in myself, I think I could go far in boxing.
I mean, yeah, not just anybody wins medals, you know what I'm saying? Not just
Yeah.
anybody is willing to dedicate themselves as much as you. And I'm so glad that I get to be part of a company that gets to be a part of you doing that, because I think it's cool to see that, you know, you're winning as much as you are, and to see people love it, because you don't see a lot of people love the sport anymore. So I love being able to see that as a team, that you guys have been able to share a love, not just for one another, but for a sport mutually, and find a way to have success with it. And it's cool that you're signed with Adams, and I'm glad we do get to help out with that as much as we can. And guys, if you want to follow her and watch her as she goes throughout her career, you can follow her on Instagram. It's her last name, Ferrat, and then her first name, Yaretzy. She is an ambassador of Adams. She is going to be fighting at another huge tournament in Lubbock, Texas, there at the Nationals on December 2nd of this year. Is there going to be a way to watch that on social media or anything? Because I know a lot of the times they put it on like Instagram or something.
Yeah, they have USA Boxing has a web page that you just log in into USA Boxing, and they'll show you how to log in into the nationals. They always have a live stream.
Okay, cool. So then you guys can see her fight, hopefully win another belt, win a medal, championship, whatever you want to enable it on. It starts on December 2nd. It'll be going through. Are you fighting at bantamweight again?
I think I'm gonna be fighting at 95.
95. So you got.
So we're moving according to the age. She's gonna be intermediate.
So you're 12 now?
She's
Yeah,
she's 12.
turning on the 23rd, turning 13.
23rd of this month.
Yes.
Oh, well, happy early birthday. That's awesome.
Thank
So
you.
hopefully for a late birthday present, you get a new gold medal, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Do
Hopefully.
you guys have anything else you want to say for us, where we can find you, Instagram pages for us to check out, anything like that?
No, we pretty much have well, she has the same page that you just mentioned right now, and that's basically it. I mean, it just I mean, just ask all the pro boxers to not just her, but to try to help out any of these kids. I mean, they're amateur boxing, but like you said, they're the future boxers, the future world champions, and they always are. It's always good to get a little bit of support from the world champions that are making the big dollars to. I mean, it's just help out the amateur kids. I mean, on their area, on their town. I mean, it doesn't take that much to help out a kid. I mean, to reach their goals, because it's rough. It's rough to try to take them like for her. I mean, try to take her to some places. Like I told you, right now, man, she's lucky that she has the support. I mean, because it's not easy making those trips without support from the people.
Yeah, it's because it's not like in the pros where they give you money to do it. You have to fund it all yourself. Yeah, I've seen a lot of a lot of kids not get to box anymore because of stuff like that, and it's sad. And I think it would be good to have some type of system in place, you know, to have some type of funding for an amateur system, because I mean, yeah, there's so much money in professional boxing, but that money will go away quick if you're no longer filling it with an adequate amount of athletes to do it.
Yes, yes. I mean, like on our side. I mean, we're like I told you, we're thankful with Adams Boxing for doing whatever he's doing for my daughter. Because I mean, not any company does. I think is that nobody looks well. Most of the people, they don't look at amateur boxing to support. They always try to look for the people like you said, that they get money out of a fight. I mean, but being on Adam's boxing side, I mean, he looked down to try to support her. There's a few people that support her, like Soa Boxing, Andy Reese, Latin Bees, Ankin Services. There's a few that came out to support. I mean, that's what we are saying right now. I mean, try to get it out there. I mean, that the kids need support too. Not just my daughter. I mean, it's all the kids on this sport. It's an expensive sport.
Yeah, it's extremely expensive and not easy. It's not a sport for everybody. And I'm glad that you guys have found a way to make it work, and I'm glad that you are thankful for it. I'm thankful to have you guys on. I'm thankful to have you guys as part of Adams, and I really look forward to seeing where you go next. Anything you want to say to someone who's listening?
I just want to thank Adams, and I want to thank them for this opportunity, and I want to thank my gym for all the support that they've been giving me, and all the amount of um luck that they've been giving me. And I just want to thank my gym and Adams Boxing and Andy Reese and all my sponsors.
And that's your gym, Sparta Boxing out of El Centro, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Shout out to Andy, the destroyer. I don't think anybody's ever been more happy to see somebody win a world title before, except, I mean, maybe not British fans, but definitely everybody else loves seeing that. But hopefully, I can't wait to see you win your first title, and I hope I get to see you win another one on December 2nd over there in Lubbock, Texas. But for your career endeavors, I wish you luck, and I can't wait to talk to you guys again on the next episode.
Righty, thank you.
No problem.